Hi, I'm here for my personality regulation class.
Don't.
Hi, what's your Myers-Briggs?
This isn't therapy. This is not therapy. This is not therapy. This is not therapy. This isn't therapy.
Okay, hello.
Hello, hi.
And welcome back to another fun,
Flirty,
fabulous
episode
of This Isn't Therapy. The podcast about all the stuff people are talking to their therapists about.
Yes.
My name is Jake Ernst and I am a therapist. Who are you?
My name is Simon Palick and I'm a filmmaker. And together, Jakey and I, we're just two friends who like to have casual Kelly conversations about therapy themes. So each week on this podcast, Jakey and I, we put on our grubby little paws. We reach into the therapy room. We pull out a theme, a factoid, a question, a query, a quandary, something that is floating around in the culture. And then we just have a casual Kelly couch conversation about it. Why?
Well, it's because therapy themes are
Everywhere.
Place you look.
That's right.
That's right. And today,
Yes. Speaking of speaking.
we have to address the elephant in the room.
What elephant?
Actually, maybe the sardine in the room.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I think we have many things to address.
Huh?
But among them are your croissant t-shirt
Correct.
and your sardine candle that you're holding.
Whatever do you mean?
Do you want to go ahead and just... Do you want to talk about it?
Part of me doesn't.
Okay.
But then I realized, like, you know, your girl loves a bit. So part of me just wants to spend the entire episode just holding this.
Holding a sardine candle.
Yeah, and then we just don't talk about it until the end.
Well, when the room floods of citronella, I can't
Yeah,
wait for it to
well,
be...
now here's the downside.
Tell me.
Is that because it's a citronella candle, it's getting all over my hands, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be smelling like citronella for the rest of the day. So part of me is thinking,
will hate you.
I love that.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
hate that.
So anyway, for our YouTube watchers, hello, hi, but also you get to go see the citronella candle that was gifted.
That was gifted. So the lore of it is it was my birthday recently, and Jakey, my good girl Jakey, I don't know if you know her, gave me this incredible t-shirt from a bakery that we have visited.
We love.
And we love in Toronto. And then this citronella candle not from Dollarama, not from IKEA, but the West Elm.
Clock it.
And if you have been here
Clock
for a
it.
while,
Clock
you
it.
know that West Elm is not a sponsor here, but has been the topic of many a conversation here recently, a la this plant.
I had to bring him in, people. I had to just rope him in.
So baby's first West Elm, I guess.
Perfect.
Now part of me wants to know how much you paid for this.
You know that people are going to go look up the price of that?
Yeah, and
And
tell
I
me.
just have to say that I got it on discount. It was on sale. It was,
can't
It was
wait.
in the sale section.
If this is $60, I'm gonna scream.
It was originally more than that.
Are you? West Elm is spooky. They got it down. Whoever's
Yeah.
doing West Elm, you got it. You got it. Sell me that rock for like $7,000.
Okay, I
You're
just need-
so smart.
Should I just clear the air?
No.
Should I just say how much it was?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think, but it was originally $74.99. I'll just say that.
2 sardine-shaped citronella candles for $74.99. I
Yeah.
should be so lucky. Do not kiss a gift horse in the mouth. Right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I remember that.
Ooh.
Why is that bringing up some memories?
Because I think
I do remember
that's
that.
a deep cut. Is that
That-
right? Don't
that-
kiss a gift horse in a
In the mouth. I listen.
Don't kiss a gift horse in the mouth. Do not kiss it.
I don't know, girl.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, thank you for the lovely gifts.
You're welcome.
And I love how
Of
stupid and
course.
funny.
Of
it
course,
is.
and we had to bring the lovelies into it. Of
Yes.
course.
So now that I smell like citronella, why
Yeah.
don't we quickly tell the lovely listeners what we are talking about today, and then we'll segue Sally into our first seggy.
It will come as no surprise to the love listeners that I, in my fascination with Reddit,
Yeah.
because of its narrative story nature, very bloggy,
Yeah.
we are going to start with a story from Reddit about friendship crushes.
Love.
And then we're going to talk about the social milestones and maybe sort of like what's going on in the culture right now where some of us feel like our social milestones might be either missed or a bit off, or we may be regressing to an earlier period. So stay tuned for that conversation.
Like potty training. Like I'm regressing. I'm going back to diapers.
Yeah, exactly.
Good, love that.
I can't wait.
Okay, cool. So, all right, I'll see you in the first seggy.
We'll take a break and we'll see you there.
You are wearing the pants.
I'm wearing the pants.
Do you want to let the lovely listeners know about the pants?
Simon and I went on a shopping spree,
Mhm.
and these pants were $9.
Yeah.
They were first tried on by Simon,
Yeah.
and then he said, these aren't for me.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, let me try them.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out they're for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were $9. So anyway, I'm very happy about them. And guess what? They
What?
weren't thrifted.
Okay. No, they were not.
No, they're from the Gap.
They are from the Gap, from the clearance section.
From the clearance section. Shop clearance.
Honestly, which I love.
I've
And
always said that.
I also, my rule with anything is like, if I'm, you know how if you're like, oh man, I love that, I need to buy it, like get it. But if you are at like I think I like this, but I'm not sure, but it's like $10 or like $20 or less, I'm like, just buy it. Just buy it.
Interesting. Because I'm more of the like, if it's not a heck yeah, it's a heck nah.
Okay.
And I'm very.
What if it's a yeehaw?
What if it's a yeehaw?
Yeah.
If it's a yeehaw, then I'll have to sit on it and then I'll come back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We'll circle
Anyway,
back.
take us to Reddit.
All right. So this Reddit user submitted a story about a friendship crush, and it goes like this. My boyfriend. Okay, wait. The title of it is called "My Boyfriend Keeps Talking About My New Friend, and It's Making Me Really Uncomfortable."
This is so juicy. Like, just get into it.
Okay, here we go. It's a long one. Heads up. I've recently been really blessed with joining a new friend group, and I couldn't be more grateful for my new friends. But I've noticed that my boyfriend keeps consistently talking about one of these friends and not the group as a whole. He says things like, "She's so lovely and she's so nice. She's a good-looking girl. I can see why someone would be attracted to her." And he drops it at the most random times too. He will casually bring her up and say he was thinking about her problem, and just uses it as a discussion point to her life, and it's always surrounding her self-esteem, men she's dealing with, etc. It even got to a point where they did something a bit shitty to me, and I was upset over it, and he was in her corner saying she wouldn't do something like that on purpose, ? When he goes drinking with his friends and comes back to me, he always asks, "Hey, shall we make plans with said friend?" And then goes, "Oh, I mean friends, plural." Noticing my weird vibe.
Let's stay there for a second.
Yeah.
Because I already have some thoughts. Right?
What do you think's happening?
Well, there's clear friendship dynamics that are happening, and this partner is noticing that her boyfriend is clearly picking up on some features or aspects of his relationship with this new person. And so I think anytime a new partner gets introduced to a friend group, there is that awkward stage, right? Where they're sort of in, they're sort of out.
Yeah.
There's a history with the friend group, so that person is maybe trying to push in or either collect the history or try to establish himself as a new person in that group, which is really hard to do, right? That I think if we sit with just the dynamic of it all, it sounds like it might be hard for multiple people in this scenario. So it's hard for the girlfriend to watch the boyfriend come in and maybe develop closer connections with some of her close friends.
Right.
But it might also be hard for him too. We need to remember that if we do that perspective taking thing and put ourselves in his shoes, like he might also be experiencing a pressure to establish a connection with somebody in the group, right? To sort of have that like social anchor with somebody. So it's hard to say, but I think the girlfriend here is suspecting a crush.
I feel like that, like maybe when you go into friend groups, sometimes, you know how sometimes you definitely just innately connect with someone.
Yeah.
And like, I think sometimes it's, the tale as old as time is that like platonic cis het men and women can't be friends.
Yeah.
Like it can't be platonic.
Yeah.
Which I think time and time again we realize like, well, that's silly. Like, of course they can be, right? But I think I also like, I understand her anxiousness about this, especially if it's like a friend and there is like an attraction that is undeniable. I'm curious about like, sometimes I feel like that newness of like connecting with someone, I almost feel like it does kind of emulate a crush, right? Because you're like,
Because it's exciting.
whoa, it's exciting. And I'm like connecting with someone at a deeper level more than just like a friend that I hang out with. And I think sometimes it does come with a little bit of a rush. And I wonder if that's what she's picking up on.
Is it a rush or is it a crush?
I don't know.
Ooh,
Only time will tell.
title of app. No.
Should we call her?
Yeah, but let's hear
you want me
the
to keep
end
going?
of the story, because I think we might learn some more.
Twist. And the story continues. It's really frustrating because I love my friends and they come over all the time, but I'm starting to feel weird, uncomfortable, and I don't know what to do. I don't even know whether to bring this up or not with him because it'll make things weird, and I worry because men have a I want what I can't get complex. I worry that if I bring this up and say, hey, I'm uncomfortable, can you not talk about her anymore and leave my friends for me? And he'll just want her even more? I don't even know if he wants her or if he's just happy I have some friends for once, but I'm spiraling really quickly and I don't know what my next move should be. For context, we've been together for almost 3 years and he's a great man. He does take care of me.
Okay, so the plot
my God.
thickened. The plot thickens here, right? And I was gonna say the top pickens. I don't know why.
The top pickings.
The top pickens. I was gonna reverse the words. So the plot thickens, which is that. Gosh, sorry. I'm just making myself giggle.
Why? What did you say? What did you say in your head? What is the haha chuckle hut that's happening in your head right now?
Yeah, the thought pickens.
Yeah,
the thought pickens.
The thought pickens. The thoughts picken.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, the plot is thickening. Okay, the plot thickens, and they've been together for 3 years, and so maybe it's that there's also a new friends that are getting invited in, and the boyfriend is starting to connect when maybe there feels like there's some possessiveness happening, or maybe some we need to be separate people with separate friendships, or maybe there's the jealousy factor, right? Which is that it might be a friendship crush. And so the reason why I chose this story.
Yeah, what is the concept of the
was
friendship
because this is starting to become a lot more complicated, right? With digital technology over the last 5-10 years, where people can have separate relationships unknown to other friends and other partners online, right? So I'm thinking about some either kids who game, right? They go to school and maybe other friends are unaware of just how many friends they have online or people they talk to. It could happen with partners, right? That maybe they have developed this online relationship, whether that's known or secret, or it's kind of just a lot of layers, right, of relationship that we're having to navigate now. And so my first question I would wonder is, are these things happening in person or are they just happening in your home with your partner? Like,
What do you mean?
is this boyfriend going to these dinners, get-togethers, parties, and talking to her and maybe courting her or using a lot of her time in a social setting? Or is it just that he talks about her a lot because there's something that he's fascinated by? Maybe he wants to get to know her, or maybe he wants the girlfriend to get to know her a bit more.
Right.
I'm not sure. We obviously can't say, but it does bring me back to what we talked about a few weeks ago about projection. That maybe this Reddit user is coming from a place of projection, projecting their own feelings of jealousy, insecurity, anxiety, worry, nervousness onto a boyfriend or onto this person.
Why is that important to make that distinction between, is this person like at a party, is he just gravitating towards her and just like talking to her the whole time versus, oh, he's just talking about her when we're at home. And maybe I'm just, because I'm hyper aware and sensitive to this topic, it seems as though he's only talking about her.
Yeah, in therapy, we explore history and context, right? So I would want to know if this is just situational. Is this a few times at home where your partner has brought up this person and maybe it's bringing up a situational feeling for you, right? So the context being, I feel jealous or I feel nervous or I feel upset. Or is this historical? Is there a pattern here for you that you've experienced this before? Meaning that you're not just reacting to this scene about the boyfriend and this friend. Have you had a partner in the past cheat on you? Have you had something happen that made you a bit more skeptical of betrayal or a bit more aware of when someone might go behind your back? And so I don't know if this is a plot line in a story about eventual cheating or if this is a friend crush or if this is simply, a boyfriend who just is talking really nice things about this person
Mm-hmm.
who he maybe notices is really nice looking or really smart or really funny,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is.
What like, so a friendship crush, this is kind of like a new territory.
Yeah.
That is not new, a new
Not new,
feeling,
yeah.
but like a new conversation thing that's coming up in therapy. What is like the fabric of like a friendship crush? Like what is, if you were to like take it apart, what's actually happening? Why are people developing these like friendship crushes, and why are they different from a romantic crush?
For the reality TV folks out there, may I just insert to the podium
Okay.
a real life example of this?
Oh my God.
So for those who've watched Summer House for a long time, I'm actually recently onto it. I'm not a long time listener.
Okay.
I'm a first time caller.
Love.
Yeah. But so for Summer House, there's a really public situation where Amanda is married to this guy, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And separately, Sierra, who you might know from The Traders,
Mm-hmm.
Sierra is dating this guy, West. And so West and Sierra broke up, and Amanda and Kyle divorced.
Mm.
Although legally they're not separated. They're not unmarried yet.
Okay.
But now West and Amanda are together.
Okay.
They have been a part of this friend group for the longest time.
Yeah.
So they've known each other for quite a long time, long enough to develop what might be considered a friendship crush. And so now there's all this drama in the Bravoverse about is that ethical? Is that the moral thing to do?
Is for like to date your best friend's ex?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Or because the two guys were really close, they were really good friends, and these two women were really close friends. And so is it moral? Is it ethical to
Right.
actually act on those feelings of having a crush? Right. And so that was a fascinating conversation, I think, that came up in the reunion of Summer House, because that's kind of made me wonder about this conversation, because there are boundaries, there are guidelines, I think, that you should follow when you're in friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, I think that there is a code, but it doesn't prevent feelings from popping up. But I think the other moral question is, should you act on them? What do you think?
If you should act on them, or like the whole idea of having like a guardrails?
I think it's important to normalize the feelings part about it, right? Like, of course, people develop feelings or crushes on people that they spend a lot of time with, but for me, I'm more interested in kind of like, ooh, that is a boundary cross. That is really tough. And I think this Reddit user is preventing the boundary cross.
Yeah, I wonder too, because the other thing that she mentioned in it was like, she had stated that like men have this complex where they want what they can't have. And I wonder
Right.
if not being able, like, I don't know the psychology behind that, but I will say that like, if you have a friendship crush, but you don't maybe have the space to talk about that, like these feelings with your partner, like then where do these feelings go?
That's
what happens
that's such a
to them,
good
right?
point.
I'm curious about that. I don't mean that as like to make that a statement. I'm just curious because the feelings are not going to go away. They might intensify, but to be able to like take it to your partner feels like appropriate, right? To be like, hey, I'm feeling this. Like, would you, like, maybe this is just a friendship. Maybe just name it as a friendship crush. And then it's like, okay, but would you act on it? No. Cool. All right. Crush away. Like, maybe it's that. I don't know. Maybe that's enough.
It's interesting, right?
I don't know.
Because to bring it back to the Bravoverse,
Yeah.
these friends ended up lying to each other. So
Doesn't that make it worse?
Amanda and West went behind, even when the media was speculating about their relationship.
Yeah.
They lied to their friends.
Yeah.
And so there is betrayal on top of it. And so the friendship crush now has turned into a relationship, and now they're together.
Yeah.
And so publicly they're together.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there is a bit of destruction that gets left in that path, right? And so I like your point about bringing it to the relationship.
Yeah.
But when either friends or partners can't bring that to the relationship and can't have that conversation,
Yeah.
that becomes really complicated.
But why can't you bring that to a relationship? Like, why, I know it's uncomfortable, and I know it's like a weird conversation to have, and it makes you feel like a loser, maybe on the said side, to be like, I'm like feeling really anxious and like silly for feeling this, but it makes me really uncomfortable that you talk about her so much. Like, do you have a crush? Like, that's such a weird conversation.
Yeah.
Right. And I can see how like it's easier to just be like, turn a blind eye. But I wonder if that you're just kind of building a case for like you're looking out for it. So you're almost like waiting for him to fail. So you can be like, I gotcha. I knew it. All my suspicions were correct. And like, that's not a fun feeling.
No.
I'm just curious. I'm not making a judgment. I'm just like kind of curious about like, what if you don't take it to the relationship, what are you supposed to do with these feelings? Because it doesn't make it go away.
I like to think about it in two buckets.
Yeah.
It's either a can't or a won't. So can't is I don't know how. I don't know. I don't necessarily have the skills to get there. But
Like,
a won't
okay.
is more of like a choice. Like I don't want to. I know that that's going to create a bigger ripple effect, and so I don't want to.
And I can't being, I don't know how to.
I don't know how to.
Oh, okay.
And so I can't do it yet. It's sort of like a skill conversation
Yeah.
around it's not that I don't want to, it's that I
Yeah.
can't, or I don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
And so I find that in these scenarios,
Yeah.
and we can extrapolate this into many other problems, right? That
Into
don't
other Marvel universes of problems.
exactly. It usually boils down to a can't versus a won't.
Mm.
And I often find that when you really dig deeper, it is the can't.
Mm.
It's not necessarily just a choice that's intentional. That's like, I won't do it, or I don't want to do it.
Mm.
I mean, sometimes it is, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the times it does come down to the skill conversation. And so I like where this live listener is kind of waffling.
Yeah.
Is sort of saying, I don't know if I should talk about it. I don't know if I should bring it
Yeah.
to the relationship. And I think it probably boils down to that dilemma there. And so if I was working with this person, I would explore that. Is it a can't or a won't?
Mm.
And what would it take for us to get to that place of I can do it?
And that would be like a skills thing. Like you would help sharpen the skills of like how to have that conversation or
Yeah.
how to.
Sometimes that's role play. Sometimes that's scripting. Sometimes that's practicing some of the sub skills that are also part of that too, right? Like, for example, tolerating anxiety while you're saying your truth,
Yeah.
or being able to sit with some silence for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
or to maybe set some boundaries and separate and differentiate between two people. Might be important to say, these are mine, this is yours. Things like that. Yeah. Anyway, cool conversation.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Friendship crush. Interesting.
All right. Okay, let's
I
take a
love
quick
that.
break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about social milestones. I'm already interested in how these are going to weave together because I think I've already cracked the code.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I was just using some words. I was like, oh, that's a lot like what we're just about to talk about.
I'm so excited.
Anyway, okay, I'll see you there.
Okay.
Bye. So we are so very back.
The social milestones.
We're the most back we've ever been.
Backpack.
Backpack. Okay, so I've been doing some really interesting research lately, looking at social development. I think that this sort of post-COVID conversation, this technology conversation, as you know, has always been something that I'm fascinated by. And I'm also interested in kind of like, what does the research say around like, where should we be? Where should kids be? Where should adults be? Where
At different stages of like it
That's
tied to an age. Like
Yeah.
by 30, you should be
Yeah, exactly.
frontlining the Apollo.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Got it.
You should be on a rocket to space.
Yeah. And if you're not,
yeah,
you're a failure.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay, cool.
And so I think about what are these milestones, right? These are developmental milestones. So let's make a distinction between chronological age. That is the age that we are, right, chronologically. But then there's developmental stage. So
Okay.
we could be ahead in our social development or our emotional development and really behind in our thinking development.
Like a 2-year-old doing like meta science. And
Sure.
you're like, whoa,
Yeah, exactly.
why is this baby doing IT work?
Yeah. But typically we see it's actually the opposite, that kids are a lot more further ahead in their thinking than they are in their execution. So
Oh.
they're a lot further ahead in their thinking, and maybe they're being able to plan something, and maybe a bit less behind or less advanced in, let's say, emotion regulation or their social skills development. So today we're going to talk about social development. That's just sort of like our social milestones that get us out in the world and in relationships and know how to navigate them. And so I wanted to pose something at the beginning, which is that around by age 5, we develop something called theory of mind. Have you heard of this before?
No.
Okay, this is so fascinating. to me.
Theory of mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I first got introduced to it back in like undergrad in a social personality class, which was it was just like so fascinating to me. But
Social personality class. You showing up to a social personality class is goofy. I
Oh.
want to be a fly on the wall. Yes.
Do you-
you know them specs.
do you know that I had the specs on?
The black plastic.
100%. Yeah.
Hi, I'm here for my personality regulation class.
Don't.
Hi, what's your Myers-Briggs? My name is Jake. Jake's Marie Ernst. Do you want to share half of my bologna sandwich?
I love that you didn't even close the loop on the frames.
No.
You were like, they're larger
They're
than my
large.
circle. They're larger than the circles that I can draw with my freaking
Correct.
thumb and index finger. Okay.
So anyways, back to your...
Back to social personality. I learned about
Nerd.
this thing called theory of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And theory of mind, basically, again, it develops from age 3 to age 5.
Okay.
And ideally by age 5, for neurotypical people, that milestone gets sort of met.
Mm-hmm.
Theory of mind means that I can hold in my mind two things at the same time, which is that I have my thoughts and feelings and you have your thoughts and feelings. Essentially what that means is that I can establish that we are separate people. So sometimes neurodivergent individuals, and specifically those on the autism spectrum,
Mm-hmm.
don't develop theory of mind by age 5. So sometimes it comes a bit later, or they have a hard time developing it at all. And so that means that that all of us, we
Mhm.
want to be able to establish that theory of mind principle of you are you and I am me. And so it sees two people as separate people, that all of my thoughts aren't your thoughts. And so this develops from having different interests, different beliefs, different feelings in other people, different reactions,
Mm-hmm.
maybe different toys that we play with as kids.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of notice, oh, you like trucks and I like dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
So we notice these differences.
Mm-hmm.
Usually theory of mind, again, for neurotypical people develops by age 5. And so this is one of those social milestones that is interesting because it sets the foundation for where we proceed to these next different milestones. And so there are 3 of them. It's latch, leap, and then launch.
Latch, leap, and launch.
You know we love an acronym in
LLL.
in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Latch.
so latch will make sense to you. This is attachment. So this is the close
Okay.
bond that you have with somebody that allows you to establish safety in relationships
Okay.
in the early years.
Okay.
And so usually by primary school, the unlatching starts to happen. And so unlatching is where you transfer your understanding of yourself and your need to be close to a caregiver or an object like a blankie,
Mm-hmm.
and you move it to outside of your home, outside of your family. And so that comes from a process called leap, which is the second part.
Mm-hmm.
So from latch to leap, there is a developmental period called differentiation where we become separate people. And we say, oh yeah, my mommy is at work and I am at school. Or after school, my family's going to be at home while I'm at my friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That takes a social leap to be able to get to that place
Mm-hmm.
of I can differentiate and become a separate person.
And does that also mean you don't feel like discomfort in knowing that you're not nearby these people? Is that part of it too?
That's a great question because separation anxiety,
Yeah.
right, comes from that a big gap between latch to leap.
Mm-hmm.
So for some kids, like if they get dropped off at school, they might feel upset and sad that their caregiver is no longer with them
Yeah.
in that stage of leap, right?
Yeah.
Where they've moved away from that close attachment into that place of leap.
Yeah.
And so as you practice that over and over and over again, right? Like as kids going to school is a really clear example of that.
Mm-hmm.
You get better at practicing that leap muscle.
Mm.
But we see this all the time, right? Even in teenagers or middle schoolers who have a hard time maybe going to summer camp, for example.
Mm.
That's sort of that from latch to leap, that sometimes it can be stressful and hard to do that.
Mm.
With practice over time, you build that muscle of leap. And so this is that milestone of social risk taking, right? So when you take a social risk, for example, to ask someone, hey, do you want to hang out on the weekend?
Mm.
Or maybe in high school, inviting someone to a party
Mm-hmm.
or asking someone on a date, right? Those are social risks
Yeah.
that would fit within that leap category.
Sliding the MapQuest printout.
That's it.
This is how you get to my.
This is
how you get to my house.
this is how you get to my house.
Yeah. Do you want to study personality regulations with me?
I don't know where
I
you
have
got
more bologna sandwiches.
I don't know where you got the word regulations, but that was never part of this
Yeah, I don't
conversation.
know. It's part of this one.
Yeah.
In my mind, yeah, cool.
And so from leap,
Yeah.
we want to get really good at leaping. So like little froggies, we want to get good at like bouncing around, taking the risk to say, I can leap, leap, leap.
Mm.
Because eventually in adulthood, from adolescence to adulthood, we go through the really big transitional phase of launch.
Mm.
So launch means like, can I launch myself into adulthood?
Mm.
And can I move beyond that stage of latch, leap, latch, leap, latch, leap?
Right.
What we're seeing now is a really long extended latch phase and a long extended leap phase.
Yeah.
And so this is where, for some people listening, they might know someone, or even your kids included, like the launch phase is being delayed by a little bit. So more kids are living at home. More kids are taking less risks. They're maybe not going on as many dates, so they may not be partnered. They're feeling a little bit more lonely because of that, because maybe by comparison to other people, they don't feel like they're meeting that milestone. And so we're seeing that launch phase, which used to sort of happen like 18 to 20. We're now seeing it extended probably up into 25.
Right.
Which I just find just fascinating. Obviously, that has some social conditions attached to it, right? It's things like cost of housing, the price of groceries, the cost of being a single person living by yourself, fragmentation from like people moving away to university and saying, actually, it's easier for me to live at home and study locally. These are all examples, right, of just why some people prefer not to launch as quickly as maybe we once did. But we're also just seeing that there are a lot of kids that are suffering from that.
In what ways? Like, what are the things? Do we need to, my question is, do we need to hit all three? Like, is the idea that you can't get stuck in like the leap phase? Like, you do eventually need to get to launch?
Ooh, it's a good question, because as I said, from that jump from latch to leap, we go through that process of differentiation where we split into two people and we see ourselves as different. From leap to launch, that is about individuation, where you individualize yourself and say, I am myself. I am capable. I am whole. I can do this on my own, and I can become an adult, essentially. So that is a different form of development. That's not just about separateness. It's about, can I actually be capable to survive, not necessarily on my own, like a lone wolf sort of thing, but more of like a, can I be an adult in this world? And so because of those extended social phases that we're experiencing now, we're seeing a lot more people even regress, even our age, in our 30s, right? So going back to that place of maybe latch, where you're kind of like, no, stay close, maybe like a partner, for example, or maybe even less leaping, right? So we're just kind of feeling like, no, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go to the party. I don't want to go to dinner. I'm just going to stay home. That can be understood as a social regression to that latch phase,
right?
Where it's sort of like easier to just stay close and stay safe in my bubble.
Yeah.
We're also seeing the opposite happening too, which is that there's an extended leap phase where there's a lot more people who are taking a lot more risks, doing a lot more sort of risky sort of activities that maybe we wouldn't do if we were maybe feeling secure kind of in that launching stage of life. And so, of course, when things get stressful, we tend to regress. That's what happens. But the risk taking can sometimes come with consequences, right? So that can be sexual risk taking, that could be substance use and drug use risk taking, that could be sort of like picking an old wound in a relationship, all those types of things, right? That kind of leave us in that like risky, flighty sort of stage where we're constantly sort of picking and testing our capabilities. And so leap is really about mastery.
Right.
That's a big developmental milestone. And this is why some people get really attached to video games, is because they feel like it provides them that sense of achievement and mastery. And so sometimes what can happen, if into your 30s, maybe even 40s, that you're constantly just playing out this leap phase over and over, you don't really ever get to reach that place of launch where you feel like you can feel secure or relax. I know this is a lot of me talking.
No. It's interesting. I like I like how you went in a lot of places. So how do you find the balance? Like, how do you know if you are supposed to be where you're supposed to be, like in the leap phase? Because it's sounding like the chronologicalness is less important.
Right.
Like the chronological blah, 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 age is not as important as developmental stage. But how do you know if you're supposed to be in a leap phase right now? When do you know you're supposed to move into a launch phase if we don't have like chronological age markers anymore because of all of the social conditioning?
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, how are you supposed to know when it's time to move on? Or like, is it a feeling? Is it?
Oh, I think of them more as these are like skill windows.
Okay.
So these are windows where like you're just building the skills. And I think when you're practicing that long enough, you sort of like a level in a video game, you sort of level up to the next
Yeah.
sort of phase. It doesn't mean that you won't regress. We all regress, especially when things are stressful or when things are overwhelming and really hard. We go back to like a more familiar time that doesn't feel so uncertain. But ideally, I think there are some age windows where people want to feel like in their goal setting where they want to land. And what I see often in therapy is people saying, I should be here, but I'm actually here. Parents saying, I want my kids to be here, but they're actually here. And sort of feeling the stress of development, that stress of they're not meeting their milestones or they're not hitting their skill windows in a way that I feel like they should be. So an example might be, whoa, he's graduating high school this year, and I don't know if he can
like set up his iPhone.
I don't know if he can cut his own sandwich
Hair?
in
Bologna?
in the morning, right?
Is it a bologna sandwich?
Or I don't know if he can do his own laundry, for example.
Right.
So those would be sort of some launch skills that we want to get really good at practicing as we are going through those steps, right? So another really good example from latch to leap is you want to practice the delatching, the unattaching, right? So to have a kid who can thrive on their own is really healthy and really important, right? So to be able to master that stage of I can leave you at daycare or I can leave you at school when you're in grade 3 and the world doesn't crumble is a really healthy thing. Of course, we're in this world where we're sort of like in this stage of like, let's hold on to our kids and keep them close.
Yeah.
So while that's really important, we also need to go through what is called serve and return. And this is really the basic principle that underlies all this stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love all these like
Yeah.
serve and return.
Yeah.
Live, laugh, love, launch. Like I love your field is ridiculous.
I
but
know.
Like so helpful, but so ridiculous.
We're
sometimes.
so complicated that way.
I love it. It's
Serve and
delicious.
return just really means like,
You and pickleball.
kind of let's use a pickleball analogy.
Okay.
Right. So when I serve it to you, I
Yeah.
want to make sure that you return it back to me.
Yeah.
Right. And so we want to kind of do it's a similar concept to something like rupture and repair, where it's sort of like this happens and that happens. And it's sort of like a volley back and forth.
Right.
And it's not necessarily in one of those steps that's important. It's the both and to it. Right. So when I serve, you kind of go out and then you come back and there's a return. So when I share my feelings with you, I know that you can return maybe some attunement or some compassion for me. Right. So it's sort of like a dinking back and forth where you're sort of like just volleying back and forth.
You say dinking?
Dinking. That's a
Is that the actual pickleball term?
the term in pickleball. Yeah. Where
Is
you're
dinking.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't go to school for math. I didn't come up with
To
it.
dink or not to dink?
That is the
That
question.
is the question.
That is the question.
That's so funny.
So anyway,
Yes.
we sort of come to this big question, right? Of like, where am I at, and do I feel like I'm behind?
Yeah.
And so I just want to like maybe start by normalizing like that's a common place to be.
Right.
Feeling as though there are other people ahead and some people behind. That's just where we're at right now.
If you have those feelings, is that kind of information that like, oh, maybe not that you're behind in like a social judgy way, but maybe it is time to like take more leaps, or maybe it is time to take more social risks, or
yes,
maybe it's time to do less of those things.
Yes, that's right. It's all information, and I think if we were just to do like a little assessment, maybe on someone's situation, it would probably fall into the category of something like more leaps or more focus on launching sort of activities, or less latching and more leaping, things like that. Right. May I also just add though, like there is a time to latch, right? That's important.
Yeah.
Right. Like we are all people who need relationships.
Yeah.
And so like, if you're kind of like, no, tonight's like a latch night, like I just need to kind of be in, we just have to make sure that the pattern that we establish is something that feels age appropriate and feels like developmentally healthy for us.
Right.
Because we know that if we just stay in for, 6 weeks in a row, that's not really going to set us up for some good launch or leaps.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay, cool. So it's not like a linear progression. It is in different phases of our lives, we kind of go in between the three. But
Yes.
certain phases in our life, it's like more appropriate and healthy for us to be, at a launch phase in our adulthood. And when we're babies, it's more socially acceptable or like actually healthy for us to be at the latch phase.
Exactly. I would add it's what's a yes and.
Yeah.
All of that you said is true,
Mm.
and our world is also structured in a way that hopes that kids meet certain milestones at certain times,
Mm.
right? So as you said, like socially acceptable,
Yeah.
it sort of goes back to that. Well, how does our society structure it,
Yeah.
right? So at here in Canada, we graduate at 18 or 17 or 18, and then we go to the next stage of life, whether that's work, whether that's college, whether that's maybe a post-grad program, like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to make sure, that there's progression happening.
Yeah.
To get to that
Interesting.
place of independence and individuation
Yeah.
where you can become your own person.
And I would say the social maybe construction is like, oh, it has to look a certain way.
Right.
Like you have to go to university for dramatic tricks,
exactly.
or else you're a failure, Jake.
Exactly.
And you say, no,
I'm like, no.
I want
What to?
I want to open a food truck. It's going to be therapy and bologna sandwiches. it's-
I love that voice. I've never heard that from you,
Yeah.
but I am loving.
that's my Jake at university voice.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for indulging. I've just been something I've been researching lately, and I just find it fascinating.
Yeah,
so,
it's fascinating. Every time we have like
Jakey talks.
a Jakey Park and Bark, I
Yeah.
love because
a
it's
park and bark.
a park and bark. But I love
It
because
is a park and
It's very I eat this stuff up.
Yeah.
Look, I love this. I love understanding why we feel a certain way, or why like collectively we feel a certain way, and
Yeah.
where does that come from? So all of this stuff, I love it. So thank you for sharing.
I just love creating maps of understanding, like to help us understand like how we are.
Yeah.
And so this is my model here, the latch, leap, launch.
This is a Jake Ernst
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
Oh, and I made fun of it too.
That's okay. I'm
I love
happy.
that. No, but that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Like if I'm making fun of it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, it's
That's-
all good.
But that's amazing.
Yeah.
Could we see this model somewhere else?
No.
This is just a Jakey Ernst thing.
Yeah.
But is there something coming out that we could use it or see it, or is it included in something?
It's actually not in my book, unfortunately.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
you got what I was laying down.
Yeah. Sadly, it's not.
Sadly, it's not.
I've just been doing a lot of more thinking about maybe my next book.
Sorry, louder.
Yeah. Just some other projects I'm working on, thinking about other ways of thinking about things.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's that. Anyway,
Love that.
moving on.
Okay.
When we come back, we're going to
Yeah.
tackle a lovely listener question and
Love.
asking for a friend.
Okay, I can't wait.
Okay,
for
we'll
this.
be right back.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, listen. So at the end of every single episode,
Every single episode.
we like to just come
Dude,
back,
you're back.
to a surface
And,
and answer
answer a
question from
from
the
a lovely
question box.
Yeah.
Exactly. So without further ado,
And that's it. Without further ado,
this is
asking for a friend.
You saw that I just had no time for your charades.
Yeah, you didn't.
I was like, I'm not about to do this whole explanation.
But you know,
Looking
what
into
for
a
me?
mirror.
For
Yeah.
me,
Oh, for you, it's
delicious.
thrilling.
It's
You're leaping.
it's exhilarating.
He's like,
I would argue I'm launching
Yeah, I'm
at this point.
I'm thriving.
I
Mama.
am thriving.
Actually, this question that got submitted
Yeah.
is very similar to kind of what we're talking about.
Did you do that on purpose?
I didn't do it on purpose, but I do think it will weirdly thread the needle.
Oh yeah.
So we can-
still have to thread the needle.
Well, I think we can thread it in the answer to
Love
this
that.
question.
Love that. Are you gonna read it?
Anyway, it goes like this. Our lovely listener would like to know, I find myself constantly comparing myself to my friends. We're all different, and for the most part, we have different jobs and career goals. Still, I find myself constantly comparing where I'm at versus where they're at. For example, my friend seems to be progressing in her career, but I'm not. My other friend is in a stable relationship, but I'm not. How do I stop the loop of constant comparison?
Aw. How do you stop the loop of constant comparison? As a friend.
Yeah, I mean, like, we kind of do it. That's sort of what we do. Like, we kind of mirror each other all the time. Did you see that?
In your work.
Did you see that hiccup that I just went through? Like, my body just like...
Wait, I love how you were fighting through it too. You were like, "Oh, I need to get this out.
I really was.
I cannot pause for a second."
No, no, because I'm talking.
Yeah,
I think we all do it. Like, this is something,
yeah,
like, we say this all the time, but we're social creatures.
yeah.
And
And because of that,
because of that, we compare.
we compare.
Like, We just do. That's sort of like we need to see sort of where I'm at versus where you're at.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the constant loop of comparison?
Like, what do I think about it?
Well, how would you answer it?
I would, well, to break the loop as a friend, I would say like, oh, maybe it's time to just like, hey, what am I interested in? Hey, what do I want to do? What am I in the mood for? And then just do that.
That's
like bring out the energy instead of like looking outward to like, oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? I'd be like, oh, just go back to your own business for a second and just be like, touch in with yourself. What do I want to do? I don't know. I kind of want to do a dance class. Then like go do a dance class. Not that I think that's going to solve it, but I think like it sounds like I know that when I get in comparison, it's often in phases in my life where I don't have a lot going on. And so then I feel really uncomfortable not having a lot going on and people having a lot going on. So I'm like, oh wait, hold on a second. Maybe I'm just in a moment where it's like we've moored the boat in a shipyard for the metaphor escapes me, but like we've paused for a second and then it's like, oh, maybe this is an opportunity for me to just kind of like, I don't know, fill my time with something. And I feel like whenever I fill my time with like something that I'm interested in or curious about, I feel less insecure. That's me.
I think I'm the same. Like when I tend to compare, I'm sort of like, wait, why am I comparing apples to oranges? Is this actually a fair comparison? I remember I heard Beyonce and Miley Cyrus talking about this. Actually, Beyonce wasn't talking about this because she rarely speaks in public, but Miley was talking about this in her relationship with Beyonce, and she was like, oh, you don't compete where you can't compare. And she was like, I can't compete with Beyonce, so I can't compare myself to Beyonce.
Right.
Like
like she's at she's like, let's just acknowledge that she's at a different level than me. Yeah.
She's like, you can't compete where you can't compare. And basically the way I hear that is like, I think when there's a lot of sameness, we're kind of at the same level of people. Yeah. It makes it more likely to compare ourselves because we're kind of like, ooh, okay, I feel like I have potential. Right, I want to get there. I feel like I could do that. Right. That kind of stuff.
Totally. That's the harder part. I feel like when you have people who are like either older or like, you know, like I don't get insecure about thinking about Beyonce because I'm like, well, that's Beyonce. Right. I feel like that's easier. I think it gets harder when it's like people who are at your level, like your age range, your friends, and they're seemingly like moving forward and you're seemingly staying exactly where you are, or you're stuck, or you don't have enough going on.
Anyway, so I think the nerdy wrap up is that we need to go through these processes, right, of separation and then individuation. So just like you said, becoming your own person is an important social milestone that we get to that. And I think that when we get to that place of launch and individuation, we probably are comparing ourselves a lot less because we're secure in our own place of where we are. That's sort of my weaving of all of them, but now from boyfriend to
do friendship crush.
Well, I think that's sort of the
is this a latch thing going on?
Well, I wonder,
okay.
Like, I sort of wonder of whether it's comparing yourself to other people or being jealous of a friendship crush.
I see it.
Sorry.
Wow.
No, I should have been explicit. I should have said
lead you to the sky.
I should have said it exactly.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
So whether you're comparing yourself to your friends or you're jealous over a partner, I think that there probably is some benefit here to establishing yourself as separate and also being your own person are really good social milestones that you want to hit to feel like you're making some progress in these interpersonal relationships.
Oh, love that. Question for you. When are we going to learn how to do that?
I know. We're so latched. Just so latched. We can't even latch now.
Oh, my codependent roommate.
I'm separate. Oh no.
Yeah, our bunk beds that we have. We have a little hamster tube between our offices.
They do call us Bert and Ernie for that reason.
Well,
codependent roommates.
Love it.
Except we're not roommates, but anyway.
Yes, we are.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What are you talking about? You know, is it a roommate if I sneak into your room every night and just watch you sleep?
Yeah. Imagine, wouldn't it be hilarious? Wouldn't it be so funny
Yeah.
if all these years,
Yeah.
6 years of doing the pod,
Yeah.
you and I were roommates the entire time.
And we've never.
And we've never talked about it. Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
so
They
funny?
were roommates.
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't it be funny this whole time that you've lived at this location that I just lived in the walls?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I do have to share one final thing before we wrap
Okay, I
up.
love that.
Next week is going to be our last episode.
Yeah.
For this season, and so we, as you guys know, we like to take a little summer break.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take some time away, and this will be our last episode next week.
Next week will be our last episode. We're
Thank
just going to
you.
take some time.
Yeah.
We're going to recharge. Jake and I have some like fun, big-ish projects that are happening over the summer and also just needing some time away.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. But
I
doesn't
think
mean we
it's-
don't love you.
No.
We're going to
no.
practice
No.
delatching.
Yes. You'll delatch from us. We'll take
Yeah.
some leaps in our lives, and
Yeah.
we'll all be ready to launch.
Love that.
Beep
Beep, beep. Katy Perry, ready to go to space?
Don't. Not astronaut Katy Perry.
This is. Imagine there's a daisy in my hand.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so I think that episode will come out June 18th
Yeah.
at the end of June, and then that will be our end, and then we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
Love
see you
it.
next time.
XOX Gossip Girl. See you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
This isn't therapy.
It's a women's world.